up guys, my name is Tammy and you've reached my Life After College channel. So we're just gonna kind of jump into today's topic. It's a doozy guys, it's a big one, okay? Getting your first job outside of college. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Your first job is gonna teach you a lot about the real world and how the real world operates. And it is not what you thought it would be, probably. I mean, I went out thinking that, you know, adults are more organized and well-behaved and, you know, smart and competent, and that is not the case, okay? Adults can be really, really stupid. So, you know, learning to adapt to that has been kind of like the biggest thing that I've had to deal with. But even besides that, looking for your first job is gonna be hard. And I think a lot of people get caught up in just like having the right job right now, like that perfect job right now, and it's not always gonna happen that way. And so I kind of just wanted to leave you guys with a few tips. For me personally, I graduated in May 2015, and then I moved back home in July 2015, and then I had my first real job or whatever in September of 2015. So, you know, I had a small little wait after I graduated, you know, like I didn't get one right away. You know, for one, I still wanted to enjoy my free time before I like started to be an adult. And then for two, I mean, it took a little bit for me to find, you know, the job for me. So basically, I just want to give you guys a few tips or some things that I've learned along the way. Hopefully this can help you, or if you have any, you know, extra tips that you want to add to this video, then leave it down below, because you already know your girl ain't scared of getting advice from you guys, okay? Because I'm going through this just like y'all are. So my first tip would be to be persistent, okay? That is probably the hardest part about looking for a job. You have to basically, looking for a job has to be your full-time job until you get a full-time job, okay? Like when I was looking for jobs, when I graduated, I was literally on the computer or out and about doing interviews or whatever, like 8 hours a day. Like seriously, I would just be at home, you know, watching TV, playing video games, eating snacks, whatever, and applying for jobs. You know, like I made that my priority because of course having a job is a priority, and I was putting in at least 8 or 9 applications a day. So I was like, I was on it, and you have to have that type of mentality when you're looking for a job. So it's hard. It's hard to be that persistent, especially every day. It gets tiring, you know, get into the routine or whatever. And look, I'm not saying that you just have to sit in your bed in front of your computer for 8 hours straight and do that every single day until you get a job. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, be persistent and don't let finding a job escape you, because that is the first thing you are going to need if you want to make it in this world, because ain't nothing in this world free, okay? So my second tip for you guys is to stay positive. This is probably like the second hardest thing I had to deal with, because you're putting in all these applications. I mean, 8 or 9 applications a day, that's like, what, 45, 50 a week? And so that's a lot of jobs. And there were, you know, a couple weeks where I didn't get any callbacks, no emails, no nothing, you know, like it was very discouraging. I felt like I was just putting in all this time and energy for nothing. Like no one's even calling me back. Why am I even doing this? But you have to stay positive. If you let yourself get discouraged, then you're never gonna get to the point. You're never gonna get to the job that you wanna get or the job that you need. Somebody is going to call you back. If you have a good enough resume and a cover letter and work samples or whatever you need or whatever, someone's gonna call you back, okay? So do not get discouraged, because that is gonna be your biggest battle. Being discouraged is your biggest enemy, so don't let it consume you. But my third tip to you guys is gonna be stay open-minded. Oh. Staying open-minded, man. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. I'm here to tell you that you are not always gonna get callbacks from the jobs that have the duties that you studied for. Does that make sense? Probably not. In other words, you're not always gonna find a job that lines up with the major that you had in college. So you have to be open-minded enough to be like, okay, there's a job calling me back. They're paying a pretty good salary. Am I gonna take this, or am I just gonna stay and wait for something that lines up with the degree that I have? I'm not saying you can't do that, okay? I'm not going against you, but you just have to determine, you have to make that decision of what's more important, okay? Is it more important for you to have the job that you studied for, or is it more important for you to have money now, to get bills paid now, to handle your car note now, to handle your credit cards now, you know? So that's definitely like, you gotta kind of figure that out on your own. I can't necessarily tell you which to do. For me, it was more like, it was a mix of both, I guess you could say. I did want to do something, at least partly something that I studied, because I was just kind of like, I'm at this point now where I don't really want to go back to the old jobs I had while I was in college. I kind of want to like branch out and do something that I actually like. But at the same time, I needed money, like, and that's just that. Like, bills were piling up and I needed to get stuff handled. So for me, being open-minded was something I kind of had no choice but to do. During college, I interned at a couple of places, a couple of nonprofits to be exact. And I enjoyed the job. I enjoyed what I got to do, but I just am not a big fan of working at a nonprofit. I'll like volunteer and donate to nonprofits all day, but working there, I was not feeling it. To me, the work was just too static and everything was the same every day and too routine for me, and I was just not feeling it. I told myself, I was like, I'm not gonna work at nonprofits ever again. I work at a nonprofit right now. See, I had to make the choice, and I made the choice that this is the job that I'm gonna need right now so I can handle my business. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as of right now, I actually do like my job. I did get lucky. I actually do about 80% of the stuff that I studied in college. So I do like it. I do like it, okay? I like my job. But you know, when I first got there, I was kind of like, nonprofit, not so much. And my last tip to you guys, which kind of piggybacks off of, you know, being open-minded, is to remember the end goal, okay? Remember your end goal. My end goal, for example, is I need to save up enough money so I can move out of my mom's house because it's getting a little crazy here, okay? I love my family, of course, but you know, I'm older now. I need my own space. I need more than just a room to myself. So that's my end goal. I'm trying to get the heck up out of here. So I needed that job, and that's what I was remembering in my head when I was, you know, getting a call back from a nonprofit that I didn't really want to work at first. I was just like, your girl trying to move out, so I need to make this happen. When you remember things like that, you know, it helps you, it pushes you to do more. So, you know, think about it. What's your end goal? Maybe your end goal might not be the same as mine. Maybe your end goal is to, you know, have $5,000 in your savings account by the end of 2017. Or maybe your end goal is to, I don't know, pay off the rest of your school loans before your 25th birthday or whatever, you know. Remember that end goal when you're searching for jobs, because it's going to motivate you. It really is, trust me. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for today. I hope those tips kind of helped you out, because those are the things that I really, that really helped me when I was searching for a job. So, you know, let me know, like, if, you know, this is something that sounds good to you. Let me know if you have any more tips that you'd like to add to this video. Let me know if what I just said is a bunch of crap. I mean, girl, boy, let me know. Like, trust me, I will not get offended. I mean, whatever. Like, we all just trying to make it. Let's be real. If you have not yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button that's down below, right there. Okay, it's like right there in front of your face. You see it? It's like right there. Also, you should follow me on my social media accounts, because your girl's social media be popping, okay? Like, for real. Like, if you're not following me on there, especially Snapchat, because Snapchat is where I be living my life, okay? One last announcement. I do have a blog page. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't really announce it much on video, but I do have a blog page. So all of that information is linked down below. My blog page is kind of, it's like like this channel, but not really. It's kind of like a life advice blog for young professionals. So the things that I talk about on there are a bit more like formal, like for example, dealing with interviews, resumes, bosses, what millennials want out of a job, like all types of stuff. I go in on that blog page. So don't forget to follow me on there, or at least check out the page. The link is down below. So I think that's it for sure. Yes, I'm gonna stop hammering y'all with announcements. And yeah. I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye. Oh, it's hot. Why is it so hot in here? But see, I can't change the AC, because if I change the AC, then Mama Bear is gonna get mad. And I don't feel like hearing it today.